So this is just the weekly review of uh, of our accounts. We went into some big drawdowns, managed to pull ourselves back, and so I've decided to do a weekly review. That takes us from the 26th of February to the 1st of March for the entire week, and we're looking here, and as we can see, that was what we that was our gains there, and as you can see here, a lot of churning, um, made quite a big growth, lost a bit, only just above one in terms of the profit factor there, just above just above one. Um, let's see where we were. 54% accuracy. It's not what we're looking at. Most important things are, of course, average winner, smaller than average loser. As you can see, slightly negative there. Wow, I'm not sure what this is. Why we've got 26 consecutive loss winners. That's probably because we're counting the contracts or so. So that's probably easy to pick up. Our largest winner is bigger than our largest loser by a fairly significant margin. That was because our account was nearly stopped out, and at minus, we're 10 points away from being auto liquidated, and we had to buy and hold the position, and we held it for a long time. So we did primarily a lot of trading through 5 contracts, and I think that was a bit too much risk. So this week we're moving it down to one contract, and we'll see how we go. At the end of the week, if we're still here, we may just go, and if we don't see what we like to see, then we'll probably go down to 5 micros. So those were our net gains there. As you can see, a lot of churning here on the account. We'll let's see. Let's go over to our analysis page, and as we can see here on the analysis page, we had we spent a lot of time here in drawdown, a lot of time. As we can see, very big spikes, down to 4 there, 4 again. Let's see where we are there. Another almost 5, 5, and this one being 5 and some change. So came close to losing the account on several occasions. We can see with the volatility here. Spent most of our time negative. Only a couple of times we've ended up positive. Few peaks here and there, and finally where we ended up on at the end of the week there. But spent far too much time in negative, and we drew down far too much here to the negative side of things. And we'll look at a daily chart. Suppose we're positive Monday, we're negative a fair bit. Suppose I was positive as we dug ourselves out of a hole and ended the week upper slightly. As you can see, these are the gains and losses and so on. So it was a difficult week. I had a particularly bad day there on the 27th. Really bad day. If we look at the trades there, I mentioned the trades. So if we look at the half an hour, see where we are. So during that 11 until 12 period, we had a big drawdown there. Big drawdown there as well. Interesting. So because we made a significant gain there, somewhat didn't see this loss, the net didn't show up there, so we had a big drawdown there. But these are, so that lunchtime entry, big drawdown, and at 11:30. So the 11:30, wow. So if we look at this, seems to be the it's good I've decided to look at this. But so 11 a.m. until 12:30, we've had our biggest period of loss there. Our biggest gross losses were during that period between 11 and 12:30. So that 90-minute period there, we had our biggest loss. Interesting. After that, 8 was our biggest loss there. We had some difficulties around 7. So we do know that between 2 and 2:30 Eastern Standard Time we have some difficulties, but it's interesting to see that between 11 and 12:30 most of our gross losses was so we've adjusted for gross loss, as we can see, between 12, there we go, and then we got 11, 11:30. So those are biggest periods of loss. Interesting. Our gains, where most of our gains accumulated at 12. Wow. So we're nearly flat there to the negative side. 8. Biggest gains and losses are at similar periods. Interesting. Because I've been avoiding the 10 to 11 period, and that's primarily because it's a period that I've struggled in the past over a long period of time. But it's interesting to see that that 11 till 12:30 is our worst period, especially between 11 and 12. About 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. Sorry, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. That's when the European close. So it could be European traders exiting positions and so on. That could possibly explain it. Not sure. It's interesting to think about. But yeah, due to the big drawdowns that we suffered, wow, the largest loser here. Why has it got that as a denomination? Currency. Unsure why. Denomination's incorrect. It should be dollars. Anyway, you can see, and there's our largest winner just there. So reducing size to one contract, about a 20% of this size we're trading here. So these drawdowns should be, suppose you divide by 5, we're looking at about 2.5 when we go down to 5. So we can reduce the size of these drawdowns, but we spend far too much time in these periods of drawdown here. Far too much time. So even with reduced size, the equity curve would still look the same. So it's definitely something to think about. And I think we'll just wrap it up there. So there's a weekly review. Based on how close we've come to losing the account several occasions here, reducing size to 1/5 of the size, for about 20% of what we're doing, and the purpose of that is to reduce the likelihood of liquidating the account, especially in the day. And yeah, we'll just wrap it up there.